was also convinced that that board and ammonia could save, like, cure the entire nation's drug problem, because I read too many books and didn't really live enough life. And I thought, look, all these guys, they all die in, you know, gangland feuds. It's always disputes over turf, you know? I then went and I did an arts degree, and now I talk bullshit for a living, so that's what I'm doing. I'm officially now, my name's Abie, so I'm officially ABBA. Girl, watch that scene. So yeah, college is an interesting sort of experience. What I loved about college is the crazy moral universe you get sucked into. There was a big thing at one point in my college. Some people I knew were really very sort of environmentalist and, you know, anti-animal testing and stuff. And they got all these local shops to sign a petition that they would not use any products tested on animals. The main result of which is it's now impossible to buy pedigree chum anywhere in the campus. Brilliant! Well done, guys. And another friend of mine there wanted to learn a bit of money and go work in a strip club. And there was a huge debate among my friends. Oh, this is, you know, some terrible moral thing that she's, you know, using her sexuality to get what she wants and it's fine and she's a feminist and blah blah blah. Or some people said no, she's being exploited and it's terrible and it's wrong. And I was really confused and the poor girl was mortified. So she gave up that whole idea and she's now working in a small, independently owned lap dancing club, which I think is, you know, a good solution. So that's all ahead of you, just so you know. That's college basically. I was over in the States just recently, and I noticed we have you're Steve from America, is that right? No, Steve was the name he gave you, right? You're from America though. I noticed at the beginning when they were saying, so who's in from overseas? You didn't say anything. Yeah, funny how Americans are a lot quieter in the last 7 years or so. That's about. No, you're very welcome. I mean, no, honestly, I like Americans. I was over in the States just there doing a show. I like all Americans. The one group of Americans who really annoys me, right, are the very sort of right-wing militant Christians. You're from New York, so definitely not you. Right? But you know the people, they have bumper stickers that say, you can't spell Jesus without US, right? You know, you've experienced this kind of fucking vibe. And I don't mind them being Christian. That's fine. I don't mind them being American. That's totally fine. But the problem I have is that they are fucking hypocrites, okay? Because if Jesus Christ came back to Earth, there's no way he'd get through US immigration. He's a Middle Eastern guy with a beard who wants to die as a martyr. And he's just walked out of a cave. What do you think is going to happen, right? And I do a show about this where I actually play Jesus, hence the beard and the hair. It's called Jesus, the Guantanamo Years. And it's quite weird playing Jesus in a modern context because you have to explain things like, you know, why I haven't got stigmata. And initially the best thing I could think of was, well, you know, eating a pack of Smarties would be a nightmare. But then I thought, no, hang on, right? Jesus couldn't afford, no way you could walk around big open wounds, right? Because, I mean, look, let's be fair, you know, the guy lived 2,000 years ago, didn't use drugs, mum was a virgin. Probably in a pretty low-risk category for AIDS, right? But he can't be too fucking careful, because every week 1 billion Catholics drink his blood. Now that would be a complete disaster. You know, what would Jesus say to the Pope? Hi, Your Holiness. This bit of development you should probably be aware of. Do you want to hear the good news or the bad news first? Right, well, the good news is I didn't use a condom. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I do this show, and I orange jumpsuit and the long hair and the beard and stuff. And I went over to this in the States, which was interesting. Had to put in an immigration form and prove that I was doing something culturally unique. I was like, that's probably not the problem you're going to have with the show. But the thing is, they gave me a visa which expired on the day of my last show. So they obviously thought I could do the show, get off stage around 9:30, jump in a taxi, get straight to the airport, get through immigration, and leave the country before midnight. Which would have been fine, except I wouldn't have had time to change out of my jumpsuit. Thinking that's not... I'm doing the show, I'm doing actually a tour of Ireland starting next week. I'm in Belfast on Thursday. And the DUP, this is the best publicity I could ever have got, the DUP on Friday put a statement saying my show is blasphemous. So the DUP is attacking me for dressing up in orange and talking about Jesus.